Okay, I hope this is going, but hi, it's me, Bob. How are ya? I'm here to review today Ninja Turtles meets Batman, Future Quest, Flash number 51, and my thoughts on DC Rebirth. Special spoiler, this is gonna focus primarily on Rebirth. Yeah, I know, you love it. I'm just starting to the party, but, you know, at least I beat, I don't know, anyone else you might want. Yeah. Anyway, Rebirth. Aw awesome book. Well, most parts of it were awesome. If I understood what was happening with Swamp Thing, if I was a big fan of Swamp Thing, then I could tell you what was going on with Swamp Thing. But, yeah, today, no. No, I can't tell you an instant what's going on with Swamp Thing. Yeah. Lois and parts with Lois and Clark were great. Again, I'd love to open up the book and show you, but I don't want to spoil an instant of this. I don't want to spoil it. It would not surprise me if at least one man on staff was working on this since 52. Since 52. Not the new 52. Or since Trinity War, at least. Because we've heard rumors of stuff like this coming out. Okay, I'll spoil one thing. Dr. Manhattan is supposedly in this. At the very end. Yeah. Because I'm sure everybody, everybody knows by now. If you don't, well, then you probably don't read comics. Dr. Manhattan's in this, and like I said, I don't think for an instant that this was just whipped up in one conference meeting. I think someone, at least on staff, had a general idea of where they were going to go. They don't say if it happens before, after, or during Watchmen. You're led to believe after, but it could be during. It could be right before, because in before Watchmen, you find out that Manhattan's deleting other realities. And what befuddles my mind is if Manhattan was trying to delete the DC universe, is that what was going on there? I don't know. I mean, yeah. Honestly. Yeah. Missed one there, didn't you, John? John, of course, being Dr. Manhattan. Yeah. So. You don't find out how how Ted comes back, but you're led to believe that the Bluebeam is magic again. That character's leaning toward magic. Before it was science, and now it's magic. And there is about 30 in his 70-year history. You find that he goes back and forth on it being magic versus magic versus technology. And right now, apparently the DC universe is leaning towards magic. Speaking of magic, Pandora does die, just like I heard in my what's gonna happen after Watchmen, the little thing I did right around that time. Yeah. Pandora dies. You knew she was gonna die though, because they always have her doing unfeasible things. Like jumping off buildings. She might as well be swinging from webs, promoting Coca-Cola, and being accused of being a Freemason. That's a reference to Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man did all those things. And yes, I felt Pandora, I don't know, could belong in that universe. I guess. They always had her doing... You could tell by the card they handed out for Trinity War that Pandora was gonna die. Eventually, Pandora was gonna die. You didn't know how. You didn't know why. You just knew Pandora was gonna die. One of the reviewers I watched on Rebirth hit the nail on the head. They don't exactly say how Wally West survived how Wally West survived Give me a minute, I'll think of the name of it. I liked it too. I just can't remember the name. Convergence. There you go. Yeah, I knew I'd think of it. Yeah, Convergence. How we survived Convergence, we don't know. And this is my third take doing this. So, it's getting posted. Pardon me, I'm sick. I would like an answer, but it's gonna come in the form of Batgirl having a microchip in her spine, I'm sure. Where I missed it, but apparently, according to other reviewers, Batgirl had a microchip in her spine. That's how she was able to walk. Don't you wish we all had those? Yeah, that would be so cool. If I just stuck a microchip in my spine, I was like, oh, I'm gonna walk now. Yeah. Yeah. You should know by now that I have a disability. If you don't, well, then welcome to the channel. And that's why the Batgirl thing affected me. I would like to see her go back as Oracle. She kicked ass as Oracle. She was Oracle. Oracle kicked ass. I don't know what's wrong with that. What's wrong with that? It's like explaining the PC principle. Why is that one? And him explaining to me back how he feels when I say retarded. Yeah, it's like that. The whole Oracle debate is like that. Oracle was awesome because she used her mind. She was up here. She wasn't just hooey, 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 pow, hooey. Yeah, I'm fine, Mom. Thanks. So, yeah, all the books sort of connected in some way, but in some kind of way they didn't, because in the end of in the beginning of Future Quest, this book was written by Darwin Cook, or drawn by the cover anyway. It was drawn by Darwin Cook. It looked like the giant monster from Watchmen. Probably not. I don't know. But it looked like the giant monster from Watchmen. And it was written by a guy that wrote Minutemen. Minutemen, of course, was the far superior prequel to Watchmen. I say that because it was far superior to its sister book, Silk Spectres. I hated that book. Go back and rewatch the reviews. I hated that book. That book sucked ass, man. I mean, really. It did. It sucked ass. Batman, it was good too. They meet Space Ghost in the end. Like I said, really good. Batman meets the Ninja Turtles. Batman meets the Ninja Turtles. I don't really need to say how this connects to Watchmen because, well, the time barrier and whatnot, John trying to delete the other realities. That's how that fits in. And they're probably working on number 2 right now. Still a far superior story than DK3, Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, still a far superior story. Batman doesn't take himself as seriously. The writers even said he didn't write a serious Batman. He wrote from the cartoon. You know, that's what made this a better book than that. Period. Anyway, I'll give it a definite 3. I don't really give scores on this channel, but I'll give it a definite 3. Possibly 4. Let's call it 4 points, or 3.4. Yeah, I think that's right. Flash. I didn't finish how it ends. I didn't pick up number 52. It's out. just didn't pick it up this week. It was a good book by itself. Really cool. Kind of leads. I assume the end leads into this. The end leads into Rebirth because of how Wally gets pulled out of the Speed Force. And like I mentioned, they don't really explain where it happens in time. Somehow he de-aged. Yeah. They don't explain what happened to his daughter. I'm a really big fan of his daughter. You know that. Yeah. So, anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong about Rebirth. I really enjoyed it. But there's stupid little nitpick things like the JSI member and food being free in the future. Yes, I get it. Food should be supplied to everyone. But how are they going to pull that off? Really? I mean, yeah. Stupid little nitpicks like that. Great book. Great book, though. I would like to know where it takes place in time. That would be really neat. But, you know what else is weird? In my fan fiction I sent to DC, I actually brought up a Watchmen chapter. Helped me stay with it. So I basically brought up a Watchmen chapter, and they wrote this a couple years later. That's how I knew all the stuff I knew from. They were educated guesses. I mean, there's no Lady Question. There's no Renee Montoya. Just an implied Dr. Manhattan. And the reason I say that someone's been working on this since 52 is there was art for Batman meeting Rorschach back then that looked official. For all I know, it couldn't be. It could not be. But I'd like to think it was somehow official. Yeah. I don't know about the comedian being the Joker, but it's an interesting idea. But I always thought Moloch was more of the Joker than him. Yeah. Time to put an end to my rambling and say nothing ever ends. My rambling never ends. Nothing ever ends. Bob out. Didn't do a special beginning this time. Did a special ending. Where's Mom? I dropped the mouse. I can't shut it off. Mom? I dropped the mouse. I can't shut it off. I already said goodbye to those people. They're all very sick of me. My rambling never ends.
There you go.